Welcome, Bearcats fans, to the University of Cincinnati's Bearcats on the Prowl. This week, we'll be joined by my co-host, Dominick Goodman, and he's going to introduce our guest. Dominick, who's our guest this week?
I guess running back out of Bearcat at UC, great friend of mine, great guy. Did a lot of good things for us. My buddy Greg Moore.
How y'all doing?
Doing great. We're glad to have you on the show.
Good.
So,
Glad to be here.
So, Greg, what you been up to?
Right now I work for Montgomery County Court, pretrial services, and I coach football at Trotwood Madison High School.
So, what positions you're coaching?
Coach what I know. Well, I know a little bit about every position because I traveled around every position while I was at UC, but I coach running back.
Excellent. So
I'm trying to get UC to offer my guy. He's burning up the charts at running back.
Who's your guy?
Ravion Hargrove. He rushed for 3,000 yards as a sophomore last year.
Man.
Yeah, that sounds great. Definitely. It sounds like somebody they should keep in mind. Has he got to do any of the visits yet?
Well, he actually did visit UC. He liked the school because I liked the school, but he got offers from a lot of MAC schools. He's just short, but his film speaks for itself.
Yeah, I know what you mean. UC's had that of late with a couple of their players being on the shorter side with Shaq, and then forget the fellow that's number 15 now. But I swear, I think they only buy that jersey in the smallest size possible. It seems. they're very productive. They're just like you said, short. And just because you're short doesn't mean you can't do well in football.
Right.
What's your team's record?
What week is it? 6? We're 5-1. We lost the first game of the season and haven't lost since.
So, Dominick, you're also doing some coaching. What's your team looking at? And have you all played each other?
No, we right now we ain't played them. Right now we're laying at 3-3. I think 3-3. Right now we're 3-3, and we just trying to win out.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that's all you can do. Just try to get in the playoffs because once you get in there, anything can happen.
Right.
So it sounds like you're using that criminal justice degree, Greg.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I like what I do.
Definitely. Yeah, I was gonna say that's one of the most important things is to enjoy what you do. And then you mentioned your versatility in high school and college. Yeah, I was looking over some of your numbers. Gosh, you were a heck of a defensive player. I mean, with 6 quarterback sacks and forced fumbles and just, heck of a playing both ways.
Yeah, coming out of high school, I was getting recruited on both sides of the ball. I like having the ball in my hands, so I chose to be a running back. And then I got to college, and through the years with Mark D'Antonio, he moved me around a couple of times before he let me go back to running back because he was just trying to see where I fit best for the team.
Excellent. Yeah, that was one of the things I was wondering. What's your opinion of D'Antonio versus Kelly?
I didn't really get a chance to know Brian Kelly that well because he was only there for 1 year, my senior year, and Mark D'Antonio was there for 2.5 years with me because he came in the year because my first year I had the prop 48 when I was under Rick Minner. So he came in right after that, and they let Rick go. And I still talk to Coach D'Antonio to this day. I really didn't click with Brian Kelly because he had all these policies to where you had to schedule meetings with him, and D'Antonio was more of a open door policy. If you need him, you can just come right in and talk to him. So I clicked well with him. So I still talk to him to this day.
That's good to hear. Goody, you got any questions for him?
What was your favorite San Antonio moment?
Oh man, he got so many of them, but one of my favorites ones where he had both we was getting in trouble so much on the field and practice. Everybody, I guess it was just one of them days, just everybody was just frustrated. So everybody was just breaking out in fights all over the practice field, so we couldn't get practice done. And then he just had both teams line up on each side of the field, and he was just like, "Go after it," because I'm tired of seeing y'all fight. It was fun though. Everybody just was wrestling on the field and just had a good time with it.
Yeah, I remember that. You filmed it too. I wonder where that film is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So all the bowls you were in, what was the best thing you got for being in a bowl game?
I enjoy my rings.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy my rings to this day. But the best thing I got was I just loved the trip to Canada when we went to Canada. See, Goody and them got a chance to go to the Orange Bowl. So I didn't get that chance.
Still fun.
But that Canada trip was real fun.
Sounds like it. Yeah, shoot. Was that the International Bowl?
Yep.
Excellent.
That was the bowl game where Goody said he had the kickoff return, and then at the last second he told me to get it.
Oh man, that got me kickoff return to the next year.
At the last second he told me to get it.
Yeah, I was thinking it was curving. I don't know, man. I don't know what happened. My bad, man.
Goody knew my motto. The ball coming back here, you get it, I'll block for you.
Man, that was some good times, though.
Yeah, we had some great times.
So, how are things up in Dayton, Ohio? Any interesting things going on up there?
Oh, man. It depends on what you want to talk about. But as far as positive things going on, just seeing a lot of my relatives go professional. I just had a cousin that he plays for the LA Rams right now. He played linebacker, and I coached him in high school. He came out of Trotwood, Madison, went to University of Pittsburgh, and then now he's playing for the Rams.
That's always good to see your players advance. I wanted to ask you about one of your fellow coaches. This is more just my own personal amusement, but the Pascal brothers. You got fun stories about them.
Yeah, Jordan Pascal. You said the Pascal brothers, right?
Yeah. His I forget if it's his older or younger brother, Fred/Tyler, works with me at H.H. Gregg. And then I got to meet Jordan yet, but Jordan was down at Louisville. So
Louisville, yep. That's all. We had this feud every day at practice because he coached DBs and I coached offense. And Louisville was our rival, so, all we talk about is Louisville and Cincinnati, and all he keeps saying is we got the keg and nails forever right now. So yeah, every day it's something about Louisville and Cincinnati.
Do you ever think they're going to be in the conference together again, or do you think with the whole possible?
I hope they go to Big 12. That'll be nice for them.
Yeah, the Big 12 would definitely do some nice things for the team. They got a couple other teams to leapfrog, though. It's kind of interesting if they're going to actually do Big 12, or I've heard rumors even up to Big 14 or Big 16. Sounds like those conferences are kind of hard to figure out what they're going to do with those guys.
Right.
Did you gentlemen get to see the game on Saturday, the South Florida?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
So what do you?
I don't really get to go too many games because I'm always coaching or doing something. But I'm probably gonna go to homecoming this year.
Right.
But
that, which one's that?
Oh man, it should be coming up.
Yeah, 22nd, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say it should be coming up. I haven't been to a game in a couple of years.
So the East Carolina, October 22nd.
Probably so.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. But I mean, like you said, did you get to see much of the game, or I mean,
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Any thoughts of what the heck happened to Keel? Because I mean, I get the whole Hayden Moore is injured and they got to go with the third. They're going with Ross, and he's definitely wet behind the ears. But it baffles me that they aren't putting Gunnar Keel out there sooner.
Yeah, hey, I don't understand it either. But coming from playing there.
Uh-huh.
And being through all the situations, and then you just think about like you don't know what actually is going on at practice, and you got to earn coach's trust.
True.
And I guess
That's true.
Okay.
So I can't say why they're not planning, but you would think with all his experience and success, he should be on the field. But
exactly, like the Houston game, they put him in to mop up and just hand off the ball. Where the year before he threw for 500 yards against Houston. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense.
It just don't add up. But at the same time, maybe he's in hot water with them.
Exactly. I mean, it could be something.
Some coaches hold grudges.
Mm-hmm.
You might have did something.
Yeah.
You never know.
Like your senior year. I mean, you as a junior, you just dominated. It was very impressive. And then, unfortunately, the senior year, he just didn't give you the opportunities with the ball. You had half the carries. It wasn't like you forgot how to carry the football. Yeah. Same with Gunnar. You forgot.
And in my situation, I don't know what that was all about. But
that just seems weird too.
I just felt like it was part of the offensive change. Coach D offenses run first and
more
Coach
down.
Kelly's
Yeah.
more
pass first.
Yeah.
Cool. Got any good stories about Goody? Him doing anything?
Goody is a character. If you get a chance to know Goody, you ain't gonna forget him. That's my guy.
We're hoping to actually be setting up a show where he's going to interview national celebrities, hopefully sometime starting around February or so, around his birthday. We're going to hopefully get that rolling. Because right now I got to finish up with the UC football and starting into a basketball show, so I don't want to try to put too many things on the plate at once. But I got some different connections, and I think it could be a really good show, like his YouTube show he had.
Yeah, I like that.
Goody's Corner.
Yeah, Goody's Corner.
That's what we're hoping to do, is bring back Goody's Corner, and should be a lot of fun. Well, I wanted to get your guys' predictions about this week's game in Connecticut. What do you think?
I think we're going to pull out the win in this week, because it's about time we get another one, because, I think the kids, they actually play hard. It's not that they're not playing hard. It's just a few mistakes here and there which costed them the game. Just like the Houston game.
Exactly.
We were winning in the fourth quarter. I went to the restroom, came out. We was down 3 touchdowns. It's just the little things that they not – when I watch the game, since I'm coach now, I actually watch the game as a coach and not just watch it for entertainment. It's just a little thing that they're doing, and rushing passes, not finishing blocks, penalties. It's just little simple things that they can correct that I think that they probably focused on this week, and they should get it done.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they because I think they get the win against Connecticut as long as they just the basic things: play turnover-free ball, just make plays, just capitalize on opportunities they get. Especially like Greg said, they need that win and they need to win out. So I think they can dominate Connecticut.
Sounds good. Let's see. Just 3 more questions, Greg. And first, we're going to take a quick commercial. Maybe set it for commercial, and then Good Pastor, I'm sure, has something ready to play. So, Greg.
Hello.
Hello. So, Greg, what was one of the most challenging games you were in? You know, one of the most challenging spot when you were playing that you had to overcome.
The game I always go back to is because I was just coming off of I had a heart-to-heart with my mom the week before. Like, I'm doing everything they telling me to do, and why I'm not getting these carries. This was my junior year. And, you know, she's like, just pray about it. So, you know, I prayed about it. And then Coach Hinton came to me in the locker room, and we were at Virginia Tech. And he's like, you starting this game, just out of the blue. I'm like, wow. Then I went out there, like, I'm always nervous before the game and before the very first play because 95% of the time in D'Antonio's offense, you get the ball on the first play. So I was kind of nervous, and knowing that the defense that they had that year, like everybody on that defense probably went pro. And, yeah, they hit pretty hard. That was like the only team that I really can say that hit real hard, like every play, and it made me change my game.
Yeah,
where I was. I played pretty good that game, but I was hurting for a long time after that game. That was like one of my toughest games.
Yeah, you had more receptions in that game than you did any other game in your career.
Right.
So it couldn't have been too bad, but that's true. That was one heck of a tough team they had in Virginia Tech. Dominique, got any more questions for him?
I was just ask. I was just wondering. I kind of. What was the most memorable game?
The Louisville game, where I had like 6 carries in a row, and got it all the way down to the 2, and they took me out. And the crowd started chanting, "We want more. We want more." That was my most memorable game. Like, everybody always still, like, people on the streets, when I see them today around here that went to that game, still bring that moment up every time they see me. So that was, like, one of my most memorable moments.
Yeah, I remember that moment. That was crazy, man. That was crazy. Everybody was chanting. Oh,
let's see. I'm going to cover. Let's. We never got the predictions. So, Greg, what do you think
for the score of the game?
Yeah.
30-14.
14. That sounds like a good one. Goody, what do you
30-14.
I'll probably have to say I'm gonna go 35-10.
Cool.
Cincinnati.
So nice wide margins. Yeah, hopefully that's the case. But shoot, how UC's been playing everybody close this year. I'm going to go more pessimistic. I'm going to say 30-24, like that. But either way, I believe we all agree that UC should hopefully win this week. See, I'm going to cover who we're going to have as our guest the next couple weeks because actually, these are some more fellows that you guys have played with. Next week, got C.J. Cobb. The following week after that, got a former ECU player, Dakota Marshall. Then we got Anthony Hoke and Brandon Mitchell. So a nice wide variety, some good guys. Heck, CJ plays with you, right, Dominic?
Oh yeah, he used to play with me with the Gladiators.
He played with us at UC. Well, we was all on the same team at UC too.
Oh,
yeah, we was all at UC.
Nice. Small world kind of thing. So that's good. And let's see. And then, like I said, Dakota shoot. And actually, you almost played with Dakota, Dominic, because Dakota was on the ended up being on the River Monsters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he ended up playing DB and kick returner. He was crazy fast. But we're glad that you all came out on the Grueling Truth. Thank you, Greg, and definitely thank you, Dominique, or Goody.
Thank you
for being on the show and stepping up. Unfortunately, Mark wasn't able to make it tonight. Something came up, but we're definitely glad that to have you gentlemen on the show, and we look forward to doing more episodes and having other of your former teammates on the show.
I appreciate it. Goody, keep the snaps coming.
You know I got you, man.